Don't call them crazy, call them fearless weather warriors. They all took a dip into the icy waters of Lake Michigan to help raise money for a good cause.
Lonita says that she'll think twice before putting her mail in this mailbox. Jessica Smith says she was walking along this strip when a man came up, punched her, pushed her to the ground, and stole her purse. The student was punched and robbed at this red line station. Officers say the suspect was in his 30s. People walked past a homeless guy thinking he was asleep in this corner, not knowing he was actually dead. An investigation is underway after a woman's body was found right here in this alley. My town is now Draft Town, and this year it is 20 football fields bigger. Have to park downtown. Authorities say do not leave expensive items in your car. Reporting in downtown St. Louis, Dominique Jackson, Metro Minutes News.
Civil War to Civil Rights is the latest exhibit detailing decades of racial inequality nationwide and here in Chicago. The exhibit aims to show how history can repeat itself.
300,000 students have to miss school today because of this teacher strike.
These Chicago teachers gathered by the thousands in front of the Thompson Center and throughout downtown, telling state leaders they're fed up.
And my heart just breaks for the teachers when I see how they have to work without supplies, without a contract.
Many of them blame Governor Bruce Rauner for the lack of funding, but target Mayor Rahm Emanuel, blaming him for the failed Chicago Teachers Union contract negotiations. They say they just want to see things get done.
It's important because the education of our children is important to us and they're our futures.
In response to this strike, reports say that Chicago Public Schools CEO Forrest Claypool says he has taken legal action against the teachers union by filing a complaint with the Illinois Educational Labor Relations Board, claiming the strike is illegal.
If we don't get it shut it down!
Regardless if it is or isn't, these teachers say they had no choice but to strike. Ramirez Odell hopes through her actions, students watching will learn to step up and say something when they feel they've been wrong.
Sorry they're missing school, but it is a lesson for them when they learn why we're doing this.
Dominique Jackson, Metro Minutes News. Don't call them crazy, call them fearless weather warriors. They all took a dip into the icy waters of Lake Michigan to help raise money for a good cause. The cold weather was no match for people who dived into Lake Michigan for charity.
Go Norwood!
School teacher Jillian Faulkner and her students joined hundreds for the first time at North Avenue Beach to raise money for the Special Olympics.
My students and I wanted to support Special Olympics, so we created a polar plunge team. We're the GCE Falcons.
Invigorating, refreshing, cleansing is how some describe the 34-degree jump. The polar plunge helps benefit more than 6,000 Special Olympic athletes.
I wish more people would do these for the kids.
Even Mayor Rahm Emanuel showed up to support but didn't get wet.
The polar plunge attracts celebrities every year, and actors from Chicago Med, Chicago PD, and Chicago Fire are expected to take the plunge.
The polar plunge raised $1.5 million, and Special Olympics coaches say it was all worth it.
These guys warm my heart, and anything that we can do for them, we do.
County Hospital is a Chicago landmark that closed its doors more than 10 years ago. The hospital will soon be revitalized, and I visited the neighborhood to see what residents had to say about the change. The Cook County Hospital is 102 years old. The Cook County Board wants to renovate the old hospital into coffee shops and hotels. The hospital has been vacant for more than a decade. Patricia Pentance has lived in the medical district for 23 years and remembers the landmark for its rich history.
The county's administration allowed women physicians when a lot of other hospitals would not.
The building is covered in graffiti art. The facade of the building will stay the same, while the inside will be transformed into residential and retail spaces, says the Cook County Board.
About time. I don't know why they had to wait so long.
Cook County Board President Tony Pretwinkle says that no taxpayers' dollars will be used unless it is an environmental issue.
Not everyone is excited about the new changes.
You know, obviously there are a lot of ambulances and just a lot of traffic around here in the medical district, so I don't know if this would necessarily be the best place for that.
Developments could cost upwards of $6 million. Tony Pretwinkle says she hopes to see a completed project by 2019.